Hey guys, Cloud here, and today I have a really quick one. This won't take me long. I already did a video on timers, so I'm not going to go over how this works too much because it's pretty simple. But I was intrigued when Sliced Block or whatever kept posting that he wanted me to do this, and I was interested in do boss bars actually parse JSON correctly? And they do. So I went and made a very quick data pack, mainly for him, but if you guys need it or want to use it in anything, you can. There's a couple neat features about it. So it's just a timer data pack. It lets you do countdown in seconds and minutes. You could add in milliseconds to it if you wanted, but I just thought that seconds was the least smallest unit of time. So to use it, it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna go over how to use it first, and then I'll show you how it works. So it's a data pack, so go in the description, go to the .zip, and pull it in, download the .zip, go to your data packs folder, drag it into there, and make sure you unzip it and make sure it's not a folder within a folder. It should say, you should go data packs, clocks, and then right after clocks, it should say data. And once you're there, you can go inside because it's easier to manipulate from a file perspective, but you can do everything in game if you want. So there's a couple important things. This is really the only important thing actually. So I'm going to move it to the top into the file. It'll be the top when you guys hop in. All right. So clocks. So there's a couple things you can do. You can use the default settings where it's light purple and dark purple. So I'll show that first. So you set a time in seconds and you can set a time in minutes. And then right after you do that, you play clocks :main underscore 20t. And when you play that, it starts the countdown. And then when the countdown reaches 0, there is now a function that has nothing in it because I didn't have a use for it myself, but you might. And then execute if score seconds clock matches 0, if score minutes clock matches 0, run function clocks end. Okay, so now there's a function called end that will run, and you can mess with that to see what it does, but if you don't care about it, then the timer will just reach 0 and nothing will happen. Or you can have some kind of an external system that checks the scores. So let's go ahead and do scoreboard players set seconds clock 2, and it reached 0. So that's pretty much how the clocks works. It recounts down, but there's a couple different settings. So you can do scoreboard players set action bar clock 1, and now, well, let's put seconds to, it should not be bigger than 60. If you make it bigger than 60, you might see some weird stuff. It'll say like 100. I mean, it'll also work, but let's go to minutes clock set to 2 and start it again. So you can see now I have it displaying in my action bar, and then I can also display it in the title. So now we have one more, it's subtitle, and then it displays in the subtitle. And you can mix and match any one of these. If you set boss bar clock to 0, it just disappears the boss bar and reappears. Title clock 0, subtitle clock 0. So this is just a convenience thing. It's easier to mess with. Now I'll leave the action bar on. There's one more thing you can manipulate. So when you're using this, really all you want to do is pick a display method, probably only one. Make it do something at the end, or you can test when it's 0 yourself somewhere else. And then also set up the colors. So there is 6 text elements. There is pretext. So this is if you want to say like time remaining, right? I can make it say time remaining instead, and it will just automatically update for everything. So, but I'm just going to leave it the caret because that's a pretty clean system. So you can put anything that happens before the timer. Then this, you don't change anything except for like maybe color, or you could add bold, or you could add underlined. But this is your minutes digit. This one is your colon, the colon in the middle, and you can change its color and stuff. And then this is the seconds digit, and this is the zeros digit. So this is the digit that gets displayed if you run, if your time is not an actual number with a 0 in front of it, like 0, 1, because that's how I wanted to display it with 0, 1. that's the 0 that gets displayed there. So you can, like, if you make it invisible, then it won't display 0, 1, it will just say 1, but that'll also happen for the seconds. So when the seconds gets down, it will lose a digit. And then lastly, there's pretext, post-text, and this is what happens after the text. So this is the second caret. Keep in mind that all of these components are JSON, so you make JSON formatted text as you would with telraw, and you keep them within single carets. And as long as you do that, it will change to whatever you want it to be. So that's pretty much it, guys. Very quick data pack. How it works is super simple. I'll just go over real quick. You have a ticking function. It schedules itself every 20 ticks. 20 ticks is 1 second, so every second it schedules itself. And then it just does some checks. So if your seconds reaches 0, then what it does is it sets the seconds back to 60 and it removes 1 from the minutes. And then it just plays the telraw, and then the telraw is a bunch of MPT telraw components, which basically let me check a data storage or a saved database that has these little telraw components that I stick in. And that's pretty much it. Very simple, but this is a very clean data pack that you can use if you need a timer that's easily adjustable. Anyways, other than that, guys, thanks for watching. New video coming out soon on hitboxes, but I'll see you guys next time. Peace.